Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I have Empties for you, which is always awesome. So if you're tuning in for the first time, I like to do makeup first because that's what everybody loves. Then like full and travel sizes, and then I save any foil samples or sheet masks I have for the end. I do not have a specific goal in mind this year for my empties. Like I don't have a monetary value, I don't have a numbers value. I just wanted to be a little chill with that this year, and then I set myself a makeup goal of 150, which who knows if I'm going to get to that or not. It's just a goal. It doesn't necessarily mean to be met. If I don't meet it, it's not the end of the world. And if you stay tuned through the end, I not only now do a breakdown of full-size, travel size, and how much everything is worth, but I actually added a category list. So like so much skincare, so much hair care, that sort of thing. So if those kind of numbers interest you, stay tuned. Now let's get started. First I have my makeup. But let's see, first we have the Pixi Glow Mist. I do like this. Like I really like this product for kind of like settling down and melding in the powder on my face before I go on top of that with like a matte setting spray. I'm actually very oily. And I know it's totally an extra thing to go in with 2 setting sprays instead of just 1, but I do it because I have them, so it's fun. And I like the look that I get afterwards with 2. But my only issue with this in particular is that it is $15 to $16 and it only lasts me like 2 months. Whereas the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist I can get, and even though it doesn't last me quite as long, it's only like $4 each. And I know they make a bigger bottle of it now that would probably last me at least 2 months, which would automatically make it better than this. And I really like the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist. I find it actually really comparable to the MAC Fix Plus for that powdery purpose, but this one smells better. I will give it that. So once I get through, if I ever get through all of my setting sprays that I've gotten through like boxes and deals and whatnot, this came in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, for example. The e.l.f. Illuminating Mist is what I would buy. Next, I have 2 mascaras. Let me go ahead and talk about them both. This one is the Milk Makeup Water Kush. This is the Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof Mascara. I had used the regular Kush before, and I remember liking it fine, but I did not really love this. Like, this dried out fairly quickly, and I still kept it around for 3 months. By the way, I have really sensitive eyes, so once the mascara hits the 3-month open mark, I'm done with it. I don't care how much product is left in it. And usually they're starting to dry out on me by then anyway. So I don't necessarily use up all the product, but I get eye infections really easily. So I don't play around with that. So this thing got dry and kind of clumpy really quickly. I don't know why. I don't know if the waterproof formula is to deal with that, or if I'm just not remembering it as correctly as I should. But I didn't like it this time. I mean, I got this through BoxyCharm. It was actually my choice product one month because I didn't like any of the other choices. I wish BoxyCharm would do like Ipsy where you can pause for a month. Like, since Ipsy bought BoxyCharm, that would be great. Next, I have actually an Ulta mascara that I enjoyed as a layering mascara to kind of comb through. If you like a really lengthening mascara, you would really enjoy this. It is called the Maximum Lashes Defining and Lengthening Mascara. Now, if I could find the absolute perfect mascara, then I would only use one at a time, but so far, I treat lengthening mascaras basically like mascara primers. They are about the same equivalent to me. And honestly, I get better results just using a lengthening mascara than I do a mascara primer. Like, I've never found a mascara primer that I've been super in love with. So usually I just use a lengthening one, and this one was really good, and if I got to the point where I needed another one of these, I would repurchase. And Ulta products especially are always like on sale or buy one get one free or something like that. So next is a primer. I've actually been using my illuminating primers not as part of my skincare, but as the last step to my skincare, especially if I'm not wearing a full face that day, just to give my skin a little bit of luminosity, make it look a little bit better. And I have, if you saw my makeup collection video, I have so many freaking primers that I kind of wanted to find an extra use for them. So that is where I use this. It is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I know Becca is going out of business, and that sucks because I love this primer both under foundation and to wear on its own. So I don't find it dumb or wasteful to wear it on its own. I think it looks beautiful on its own. So I did use it up for that, and I don't want to hold on to these just to wear under makeup or only for special occasions because they're probably just going to go bad if I do that. I have another one this size. I have a little mini and I have a full size. It is also on Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty for half off, and I might pick myself up another full size. I don't want to stock up on too many of them, obviously, because they'll go bad if I buy too many, but it's my favorite primer. It's like, especially like non-mattifying, it's definitely my favorite primer, and I will really miss it once I run out. And I know a lot of people were saying, you know, don't necessarily stock up on things, but I'm probably going to stock up a little bit on this. I am going to just stick to like full sizes that I can buy from like Ulta or Sephora. I don't even know if you can still get it from Sephora. Whatever. Like, I'm not going to try and go out of my way to purchase like 10 backups or something like that. Just like 1 or 2 full-size backups. That'll last me for quite a while. Next is the Ulta Beauty Matte Setting Spray. They don't make this anymore. It was pretty nice. I didn't like the sprayer on this little mini, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. The spray itself was pretty nice, but they don't make it anymore. More primers. I have several primers in here, guys. I'm really trying to whittle my primer collection down, and I'm mostly focusing on minis this year, so don't be surprised if in every Empties you see at least 1 mini, if not 2 or 3. This is the Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later Mattifying Face Primer. I do really like this. It's a little thick, but it's not like want to make me claw my face off. It's so heavy and thick, and it does keep me matte, so I do recommend it. You can get Elizabeth Mott off of Amazon, I believe, so I might repurchase from there because I do sometimes buy beauty products from Amazon. Like, my dandruff shampoo is by Jason, and that is the, other than going on like iHerb or something like that, that's the only place I can get it. And I can get it in 2 days from Amazon, so why wouldn't I? And Prime shipping. Speaking of primers, this is the Ulta Mattifying Face Primer. This is very similar to the Smashbox, you know, primer. It's not as heavy as that one because I really don't like the original Smashbox one because that is make me want to claw my face off. Way too heavy. It feels suffocating. This isn't that bad, but consistency wise it is really similar in silicone. It did keep me pretty matte. I don't know if I would seek this out again, but I used it up. I got it in the what's it called, Advent calendar that I got last year. Oh, I don't get to show you this poor broken thing. This is what's left of my Milani powder eyeshadow in French Vanilla. It was just a matte cream eyeshadow. I've been working on it for right at a year because it had a ton of product in it. Let's see. It has 0.11 ounces or 3.1 grams of like full on product. And for an eyeshadow, that's a lot. This was, I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1. I mean, but it was originally like $4.49. I can actually kind of see why they stopped selling these because they last forever. And I mean, this was like every time I used makeup, I both set my eye primer and I use it to blend out my crease. So, yeah. Pour one out for this because can't get them anymore. And they were really good. I have the Makeup Revolution Brow Definer,
Brow Definer.
I guess. I don't know what color. It's in the shade medium brown. I can't roll it up anymore, but that's the little bit that's on there. I don't like teardrop shaped brow pencils. I say this anytime I talk about brow pencils. I prefer micro pencils. I know everybody has their preferences for different reasons. I like micro brow pencils and then going over it a little bit with maybe brow powder to fill in some like really light spots that I have, because I have more control with a micro pencil and I honestly still have more control with a brow powder than I do with a teardrop shape. My brows tend to be a little bit too blocky for my taste when I go in with this type of product. That said, this was nice and creamy. If you are into that sort of thing and if you can find a shade match, I would recommend this. Because I think there's only like 3 shades. Like, that is the problem with it, is that there are not a lot of shades. All right, let me dump the rest of this out. I actually have an eyeshadow. It didn't originally come in this packaging. I depotted it into just a metal pan so that I could stick it in a Z palette. This was from the Maybelline Eye Studio Quad Olive Martini. It was the light shade. I will insert a picture of that palette here if I can find it. But I used this as an inner corner shade. I used this to highlight my face. It was fine. I don't think they make these things anymore. I'm trying to go cruelty free anyway, so I still wouldn't repurchase, but like I don't think they make that line anymore. Let's see, we have the Ulta Liquid Illuminator in Starlight. This shade is too dark for me to use as like an illuminator on my face. I mixed it in with foundation and it was fine. The formula is really nice though. So if you want something that mixes in well to other products, like say, if you're into that sort of thing, you can mix it into your body lotion, into your foundation, and I'm sure it would apply well on the face as well if you have the correct shade. I got this in one of those little Ulta 10-piece freebie kits when you buy a certain amount of Ulta products at Ulta. I feel like I've said Ulta like 18 times this video already because I got several Ulta products in here. But if I would purchase this in my correct shade, which would be much lighter than this bronze shade, if they have it. Like I've never actually looked to see if they have them in different shades or not. Next is the Thrive Cosmetics, and it's C-A-U-S-E Medics. Lip Filler Lip Liner in the shade Gieslan. It's a shade that's right up my alley. Can I get? No, I can't even get a swatch out of this, but it's just like, it's like mauve-y pink color. It's a really nice formula. It is like $20, so that kind of hits you in the wallet, but if you're looking for a higher end lip liner to treat yourself with, this is a good one. I got it through an Ipsy bag. And final makeup product, I have some samples down here, but I have the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in Laguna Beach. It's just one of these minis. Last time I looked on the Ulta website, because I was trying to remember the name of the shade to post about it on my Instagram, all of their things were on sale. So I don't know if they're changing their packaging again, changing their formula or what. That said, I don't love liquid lipsticks. They're kind of drying. However, this is a beautiful color. And I just put a lip gloss on top of it. So, you know, I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would necessarily purchase it, but it was pretty. All right, for some samples, we have, what were you? Okay, I know this was the Too Faced Peachy Perfect Matte Foundation, which you can no longer get, unfortunately. They discontinued it. I really liked that foundation. I have no memory of what this is, so I'm going to have to insert a note of it right here. I'm going to have to go look on my Instagram and see what it was. Some kind of foundation. I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. Let's see, here we have the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Powder Foundation in 11 Natural. Not my shade. I used it to bronze with because I had it. I have the Professional Primer. Just a little sample of it. Even if I could purchase for benefit, I would not purchase this. I find the smell to be obnoxious. The formula is good for filling in pores, but this has like a heavily perfumed scent that I cannot stand. And finally, I have an Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. I used the top shade in ST4 Formosa. So the shade wasn't a great match, but it was okay. It's a skin tint. It's not gonna have a lot of coverage, but it had more than I expected. The only problem I find with this is that there are not a lot of shades, so I wouldn't purchase, but if very light coverage with SPF is what you're into, this might be worth looking into. Ilia is a very expensive company, but they are a kind of clean beauty company, so if that is also, you know, your thing, you can look into it. And I do have a perfume sample. This is the Lancome Idole perfume. I don't know the scent notes because I didn't have a box, so I will have to insert them here. And I do remember this being fine. It's not something that even if I purchased from Lancome, I would seek out. This was the birthday gift last year for me. Like, it was a perfume sample and a mascara, and since they already had them, I went ahead and took it. But not my favorite birthday gift, honestly. I wish they had something better, because some months are better than others. I kind of wish they would do like Sephora and just have the same for everybody rather than changing every, I don't know if it's quarter or month. Because sometimes like some years I get great things. Like one year I got a full-size Urban Decay eyeshadow. And then there are other years where I get, you know, a mini mascara and a perfume sample in a brand I don't even buy from. So, you know, whatever. You win some years, you lose some years. Now, getting into the bulk of my empties, I actually don't have a ton this month. I mean, I have plenty, but compared to what I was doing last year, I don't have a ton. But maybe that means editing this video will be easier if I don't talk for 45 minutes straight. NYX Micellar Water. This is my favorite micellar water. I repurchase this time and time again from their website because that's really the only place you can get it from. I have heard some people say you can get it from Target, but I don't live close enough to a Target. It's easier for me to just order. It takes off my makeup, and I also use it to wash my face with in the mornings because I'm lazy. And this, if I use the micellar water, I do my skincare routine. If I try to wash my face every morning with like regular cleanser that you wash off, I don't do my skincare every morning because I'm lazy. You get me? So this is better than nothing. And I really like it. You get 13.5 ounces or 400 milliliters for $7.99. It's a great deal. It's cruelty free. Parent company does test, but y'all know how it is. Here is the Terre Mer Aloe and Tea Tree Toner. This is an expensive ass toner. This is like a $50 toner. Now, I will say that this felt great on the skin. It does have nice glass packaging, although some of the paint is starting to chip away. It does smell like aloe, which anybody that knows me knows that I love aloe in any and all things. It is supposed to be anti-aging. I have no idea. Usually toners, I want them to kind of have some kind of treatment in them so that I'm not just wiping water across my face, because I got this for that, you know? But, and I didn't find this to be anything spectacular, so I wouldn't seek this out again. I got this through FabFitFun. Something else I certainly would not seek out again is this QMS Medi-Cosmetics Lip Line Corrector Lip Serum. Now this, if somebody gave this to me, I would happily use it. It is nice. I just don't think it does much overall to warrant the price. This could be 20 bucks and I still wouldn't get it again because I don't think this does shit. And it doesn't even feel nice on the skin. Now, the idea, I believe, is that you were supposed to take a little bit of this and rub it all over your lips, and it's supposed to help correct lip lines. And I even used it on, like, you know, the lines out here because I was honestly trying to get rid of it. This is supposed to be like a $200 product and I don't get it. I don't get it. It didn't do nothing. So, and it just left like a film over my lips, which is not pleasant at all. So, no, even if this was given to me, I would give it away again. I don't want it. I finished my yearly bottle of the Verb Sea Salt Spray, and I have repurchased. This is my favorite sea salt spray. I love it because it gives me a little bit of texture in my hair, a little bit of extra waviness without getting like frizziness or even more frizziness. I can't get some frizziness out of my hair no matter what. This was actually in my hashtag Team Project Pan last year because I needed a hair product, and I'm like, ooh, I'll throw this in here to track how long it takes me. Well, it takes me about a year to use. I'm not surprised. You can't buy this from Ulta anymore. Not Ulta, Sephora anymore, and that annoys the crap out of me. Now, I straight up bought one from the company's website, so that didn't stop me. It just left me very annoyed. I think 18 bucks for something that lasts me a year and that I know works exactly how I want it to work is great. So sometimes you pay because you know something works, even though I know I can buy like the Not Your Mother's beach spray, but I don't like the smell of that one. This I like the smell of. So, you know, sometimes I'm like, you know, definitely go for the less expensive option, but this is one where I'm like, you know what, $18 for me, and to kind of go out of my way to purchase it, it's worth it. I really wish I could buy it from Sephora though. I actually have a deodorant. Now, this probably gross some people out, but if I don't go anywhere that day, I don't wear deodorant. I don't see the point. The only person that's going to smell me is me and my husband if he happens to stick his nose in my armpit, which almost, I don't know why that would happen. Now, I've made this joke in the past that I care what his deodorant smells like because height-wise, I literally come up to his armpit when we're both standing. He does not have that issue with me. Because, you know, I still bathe regularly and everything, so I don't find myself to smell too disgusting without deodorant. When I go out, I wear deodorant, though. You know, mostly for the sake of other people, because I am a sweaty bitch. I did not like this. This is the Love Beauty and Planet Coconut Oil and Ylang Ylang deodorant. It's not antiperspirant, it's deodorant. It doesn't have the aluminum and whatever in there. See, no aluminum. I did not like this. This did not keep me smelling good for very long. I didn't love the scent of it in the first place. I think it's the Ylang Ylang I don't like. But, you know. But I've had this for like 8 months because, like I said, I don't wear deodorant if I don't go out. And guess what? None of us have been going out lately because of quarantine. So, I'm very happy to be done with this. I'm using a non-aluminum Secret deodorant that I have right now that I purchased before I went cruelty-free, although to my understanding they're kind of cruelty-free, so I don't really know how that works. It's like First Aid Beauty. It's one of those things where they sell in China, but as soon as they get a complaint, rather than having their stuff tested, they just pull it off the market because China now gives them that choice. So, Secret's probably not one I would necessarily purchase from, but, you know, they're on the PETA list is how to put it, which I don't trust PETA as far as I can throw them. Although I've heard that their cruelty-free list is like the one thing you can trust from them. So, take of that what you will. Because I still use First Aid Beauty, even though they now sell in China, so. Cruelty-free is definitely a decision, and every single company you have to make that call on your own. Anyways, I have a bath bomb. I will insert a picture of it here because me waving a piece of plastic around doesn't do y'all any good as far as visualness is concerned. This is from Pretties for Your Face. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it did smell really nice, and this was one, and I rarely get this out of bath bombs, that actually like floated above the water rather than just sinking right away. Maybe it was the shape of it because it was flat on one side that helped that. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. This was a seasonal one, I believe, but if it came back, I would definitely repurchase. I would repurchase several because I enjoyed it that much. We have a Zany Lee Burden with Glorious Purpose Spray. Unfortunately, you can't get this anymore, which sucks because especially since this was my created scent. It was based on Loki, and the scent notes are cinnamon, amber, and ice. But they had to go out of business last year. That sucks. I'll talk about these together. These are the Dr. Carver's Shave Butter and Prep Scrub. So what I would do is I would use the Prep Scrub on my legs first, and then use this to shave with. I love their shave butter. I'm kind of hanging back from buying stuff like this currently. I have a couple in my back stock. But I'm trying to get my lotion, you know, inventory way down. So I'm kind of using those to shave with. But this is a great shave lotion product if you're into that sort of thing. I know some people really like the foaming gels and whatnot. But this is really good. You will smell like a dude if you use it, but that don't bother me. And this scrub, I don't think is really necessary. Maybe it's different if you're shaving your face versus shaving your legs. But it was a pretty decent scrub, a little on the gentler side, but especially if you're using this on your face, I totally get that. But not like worthless gentle, just gentle. Like really too gentle to be using on my body, but this is made for your face technically, so. If you know a dude, if you know anybody that shaves their face that needs a prep scrub, it's a good one to get them. Here is the Perricone MD High Potency Face Firming Activator. I may have had this one for too long because it didn't feel as nice as the last one, so if you get it and it's not, you know, go on its way out, it is a really good product. You kind of feel that tingling sensation that you get from like the pharmacy honeymoon glow and those type of serums, so. Let's see, we have the e.l.f. Super Clarity Face Wash. I think this is a really good basic face wash that you can get for like $8 at the drugstore that's cruelty free. So I definitely recommend it. I finally finished this sucker. It took me like 8 months too. This is the Algenist Genius Sleeping Collagen. It is 2 ounces of like solid butter for your face. Like that is the texture. It is a texture of like a thick balm butter type thing going on. If you're into that sort of thing, it's great. It's a little too heavy for me, but I made do with it. Plus I mostly used it up through the fall and winter, so it was more tolerable, and I only used it at night. I never used it during the day. I made that mistake like once, and it was horrible. So, Algenist test on animals, I would not repurchase in the future, but I would not even repurchase like a similar product because it's just not made for my oily ass skin. If you have really dry skin and you like Algenist though, it's expensive, but it lasts forever. I think if you were into that sort of thing and you purchased from Algenist, it would be worth it. Final product before sheet masks. I have the Youth to the People 11% AHA exfoliating power toner. I finished this in like a week. I go through a lot of toner, guys. But this was okay. I didn't really see much exfoliation from like the AHA in there, so I would not seek this out again. I appreciate it being in glass, but I will say some of this leaked in my Ipsy bag. Like I got this in a regular Ipsy bag, and it actually like erased some of the writing. So if you're paying Youth to the People prices, it needs to hold up, is what I'm saying. And now sheet masks, of which I have many, because I use a lot of sheet masks. We have the Tula Skincare Star Bright Nourishing and Brightening Cosmic Hydrogel Mask. This was fine if you like hydrogel masks. They were a little on the expensive side, but this one was a good one. Here we have a TAAIO, I don't know how to say that, Stayed Up Late Mask, and I believe this is the Alice one. Unfortunately, I'm reading the back of it right now. It had expired, and I could kind of tell because it was kind of dried out. But it expired a while ago. So I got this as a bonus and a swap, and I didn't think to look at the back before I used it, but it didn't break me out or anything. It was just kind of dried out. So there you go. Check your dates on your sheet masks. The majority of, especially the Korean ones, will come with a date stamped on the back. Here we have a Wonder Maki Berry Antioxidant Sheet Mask from Haru Haru. It was fine. I didn't love the scent of it, if I remember correctly. Like the berry, maybe it's the Maki or something like that, but I didn't love it. Here is a Bolero that is from the Dollar Tree Hydrating Paper Facial Mask in Watermelon and Aloe. Smelled amazing. Did give a little bit of a boost of hydration for $1. That's all I asked for. And here we have the Nature's Friend Blueberry Mask Sheets. This is fine. I got this through 0.8 liter. They love to send me sheet masks to test, but it is a Korean-based company, so I'm not surprised. But I liked it fine. I don't know if I would repurchase this, but I like them enough to use them. Soap and Glory Super Hydrating Miracle Moisture Mask. This was fine, definitely moisturizing. I have 3 from Glam Up. I have the Nourishing Acai Berry, the Moisturizing Avocado, and the Refreshing Peppermint. I know peppermint's not great for your skin, but I like how it feels. It is like purifying, so I enjoy it, and I still have more. The avocado is for wrinkle care, despite me hating avocado in food. This was pretty nice. I was a little concerned when I ordered it because I ordered these as like a duo from Ipsy as an add-on. And I was just like, oh, it's gonna stink. It smelled fine. And they both gave me a bunch of moisture. And this is for dewy skin. I'll be surprised. I actually liked the avocado more. Like, I didn't get as much, nourishment, I guess, from the Nourishing one. And now, just a couple of foil samples. I didn't have many last month. I have the DP Hue ACV Apple Cider Vinegar Scalp Scrub. I have ridiculously thick hair, as you can probably not see right now, but I do. To get a hair scrub down to the roots of my hair is a pain in the ass. Sorry, my camera's a whore and likes to stop at 30 minutes. Anyways, if I take the time and the effort to like split my hair up and like put scrub down, this works really nicely to get like any extra gunk or residue hanging around in your hair out. I don't always like to do that for these kind of things, so. Here is a Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen SPF 30+. This was really thick. I did not enjoy it. Let's see, I got this as an extra in a swap, a Neutrogena makeup cleansing towelette. They work pretty well for what they are, but I'm just not really into them. You know, I'm trying to get away from makeup wipes anyway, plus I don't buy from Neutrogena, so. And we have the Tarte Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost Moisturizer. I do really like gel-based moisturizers, and this was pretty damn good. I don't know if I would purchase a full size. Although to be perfectly honest, if I was purchasing a moisturizer, I don't know what the hell I would purchase in period. So that is it. If you guys remember from last month, I am keeping all of my empties this year, so that at the end of the year I can do not just a makeup one like I do every year, but a skincare and a hair care and a body care one, because I hate myself. So I will be hanging on to all of this stuff, and you'll see it again in a thing at the end of the year where I can see how many moisturizers I used up, how many body lotions I used up, this, that, and the other. So stay tuned for that. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!